The opinion of the management of Rhema Word Broadcasting.
What's
Rhema
up? You got my
Radio
blood song.
KOER-LP-FM.
Do whatever, yeah, because it's fit. I need a hype.
Please direct all correspondence to the appropriate company's
Okay, well, I need that this morning. Woo, good morning. It's been a minute. It's been a minute. It's been a minute. OMG, it's been a minute. What's up, Pete?
Thank you for tuning in to the Breaking the Chains radio broadcast with Dr. Yolanda.
What's up? What's up?
I pray this broadcast will empower
What's up? What's up?
Our God-given purpose.
Come on here.
Let's join Dr. Yolanda Sherman for today's message.
Good morning, family. It's been a minute. Good morning. Good morning. All right. Come on in. Good morning. All right, let's worship. Come on. It's been a minute. Come on. I see you, family. This your girl. Come on. You are here. Let's worship. Then we going in this thing. Hey, good morning, my brother. Good morning, my sister. What's up, Pastor Al, my brother? Good morning, family. Let's worship a minute. Working in this place, I worship you. Hey. I worship. Oh my God, I need that this morning, y'all. Yee. Don't go nowhere. It's gonna be a good day. Come on. Good morning. We got a hot topic this morning. We just worshiping right now. Come on. Fitness squad, fitness in the building. Come on in, family. What's up? Say hello. Come on, he a miracle worker. What y'all know about that? Thank you, sis. I appreciate you. Thank y'all for praying for me. Praying for my family. Yeah. Come on here. Thank you, Lady Dina. I see you, Melissa. Come on in. Come on. Hey, Kim. I see you, sis. Yes. I worship you. Come on, any worshipers? Come on. God can do anything. He can do anything but fail. Y'all better know he can do anything but fail. Good morning. Come on. Good morning, Brenda. Good morning. Listen. He's a miracle worker. Come on. It's time to worship. Come on. He inhabits the praises of his people. Come on. Sometimes we got to take the time out to worship the Lord. I don't care what you're facing. Worship provokes something. Come on, in the heavenly realms. Come on. Daddy got the answer. He got the answer. Come on here. He's a way maker. He's a promise keeper. Come on. Yes, Daddy Jesus, that's who you are. Come on. That is who you are. We gotta worship. Come on here. Come on, you may be going through something. You may be facing something. Come on. It ain't over until God says it's over. Do you believe that? Come on. You gotta press your way through. Come on. You gotta press your way through. Yee! Come on, he's a miracle worker. He's a promise keeper. The word tells us he'll never leave us nor forsake us. Come on, hello somebody. He'll never leave us. He'll never forsake us. Come on. He's a promise keeper. That is come on here. Come on. God is a healer. Come on here. He's a healer. He's a healer. Yes, he is. Yes. Come on. He's a healer. And he worship us. And he worship us. And he worship us. Come on. My God, this morning, today is a good day. Today is a good day. It's been a minute since I've been hello somebody. This morning, I want to say thank you to everybody who has been praying for my family on the loss of my sister. It has been a journey. That's all I can say. It has been a journey. So this morning, we gonna get into a little something. Excuse me if I'm stumbling a little bit or whatever on this morning. Y'all excuse me on this morning. But let me tell you something. God is awesome. That if I can encourage you this morning, that no matter what you may be facing or whatever your process is, that the Lord is in control of your life and your destination. And you can't forget the fact that God has purpose. He has purpose in your life. We're going to deal with a topic this morning. And I know a lot of times people don't want to deal with the topic of pain. You go through pain and adversity. And good morning, family. I see you, but it's all a part of the process. If you cannot press your way through your pain, you're going to miss it. And I'm going to tell you why you're going to miss it. Because the Bible candidly say that the Lord will carry our burdens. He will carry our hurts. You know, it also talks about when God has called you for purpose. Y'all know Romans 8:28. It's got to work out for your good, no matter what your process of pain is. My recent pain is the loss of my sibling, my sister, and I know so many of you may be going through your own challenges of pain that you're saying, God, I'm doing what you have called me to do. I am obeying you. I am following the instructions, and here we go. Something painful, something tragedy or a setback happens in your life. How is it that you handle what's before you, even though you're crying, even though you're grieving? How do you handle that process? So today we're going to deal with different aspects, even from pain from a spiritual side, as well as pain from a fitness side, because if you're going to get fit for your kingdom assignment, hello somebody, you're going to experience some type of pain or pressure. But can I tell you, if you press your way, the pressure won't break you, because God is actually making you. He is the potter. We are the clay. He's making and molding you and I to what he would have us to be. So listen, can I tell you this morning, don't get sidetracked in your pain and stay there. If anybody want to jump in this morning, dealing with pain, or even sharing something that you have went through pain and being processed through, because a lot of times people don't want to deal with pain. Well, we won't talk about nothing negative. But can I tell you something? Sometimes pain is necessary, because I don't know about you, but the pain is pushing me. I'm not going to go there is pushing me into purpose and destiny. Do you understand what I'm saying? Hello, somebody. Y'all can jump in there. It's a part of the process. Come on, come on, come on.
Well, as Dr. Yo said, the pain pushes you to purpose, into your purpose. When we first came on, I told you guys about my testimony, and it pushed me being left with a 3-year-old by myself, and I had nothing and nobody, but it pushed me to being who I am. I was out on the street with a 3-year-old, and I just made fitness my goal. You know, as I was, as the Word of God says, as it is in the natural, so it is in the spirit. So as I was building up my natural man, my spiritual man followed, and it pushed me into not only being a personal trainer, it pushed me into being a massage therapist, it pushed me into this radio station, it pushed me into so many things, and it made me be who I am today. So just, it's not an easy process, but the process, as she said, is necessary. Because if I wouldn't have been out on the street, if I wouldn't have been, and then not only that, I was going from home to home to home to home. I didn't even have my own. So and people saw me on the outside, and I just let it roll off my back. You would never be able to tell what I was going through because I never showed it, because of the grace of God that's on my life, because I put him first, because I acknowledged him in all of my ways, and through grace and mercy, he kept me covered. So it's necessary, because you will never meet your full potential or your destiny if you don't go through the pain.
Good morning, everybody. This is Chico. Just want to chime in. At this point, I'm currently experiencing my own pain in 2 ways. There is a physical pain that I am feeling from, I've joined a kickball league. And so I got some muscle aches. And I was fortunate enough to have the pleasure of Miss Tracy taking care of me on yesterday. So with her working out those tight muscles and whatnot, that's the physical pain that you're going through from either with your weightlifting or whatever working out or anything that you're doing strenuous. There will come a physical pain, so you have to endure it. Because I was hurting, like for real yesterday. Outside of that, from an emotional standpoint, like once again, you know, I always here lately I've chimed in on this here, you know, on our previous recordings about my mom.
Good morning, family.
You know, I'm going through an emotional pain there, a mental pain, for the simple fact of watching your parent go from, you know, an able-bodied person to having everyone have to take care of them.
Come on here.
You know, that's tough, man. Mm-hmm. It's really tough. So, you know, you gonna deal with it. You got to deal with it head on.
Yeah.
And with that being said, you will become stronger from it. You know, you just have to, like Dr. Yo says, and everybody knows, and hopefully you're doing this. Yeah. You got to rely on God, man.
Hey.
That's bottom line.
Oh, yeah.
That's the only way you're going to get through. Amen. That's the only way that I've been able to get through this.
Yeah.
And with the people that he has put in my life. There are certain individuals that he has surrounded me with to get me through this year. And so pain is necessary, ladies and gentlemen.
Good morning, family. Good morning. I love all of you. Thank y'all for the prayers, you know, for my sister, you know, the death of my sister and the family. And we're just dealing with pain. A lot of people don't want to talk about pain and, you know, going through, but it's so necessary. Let me tell you why you have to talk about the process of pain. And then I'm going to turn it over to my little brother, Stephen. It's because pain is a part of your process. But when you process that, it comes a time of healing. And so unless you deal with that, hey, Bishop, good morning. Unless you deal with that and process that, the beginning of your healing will never take place. We have to face our realities. Yes, God is our strength. He is. But we have to first acknowledge the fact that we feel some kind of way, or pain. It's emotional. You know, people don't want to talk about that, but emotions are real. And unless you deal with those things, the process of healing can never take place. Chime on in, little brother.
Man, I'm just listening to everybody, just soaking all the information in. And so I'm glad we're talking about the process, because the process, it starts out with pain. And it's crazy that the first letter of process is P. That's the pain. Everybody has to go through pain. You can't get around it, even in fitness. And that's why, talking about spiritual and fitness, pain is very important, because the pain, it causes transformation. And the pain, it causes you to think different.
Yeah.
The thing about pain is, when pain comes into your life, it hits you. It hits you. You can be doing well. You can be, just living your life, and when the pain comes upon you, it just interrupts your life. And so
Totally.
the crazy thing about a pain is you have to go through a process for you to get through that pain. You can't just go through pain and try to just run from it, because that's how you run into all these things that you don't want to do, because you're looking for a remedy in the wrong place. You're looking to try to get away from your pain, and then you're going to drugs, you're going to alcohol, you're going to sex. You're doing things that you're not supposed to do because you're trying to get away from this pain. And pain is not made to get away from. Pain is made to go through. And that's even in fitness, and that's in spirituality. When we go to the gym, we go to the gym is expecting pain. Like, when we go to the gym, we know it's gonna hurt. Like, we don't go there like we're gonna feel good, we're gonna have fun. We go there, we know that when we lift these weights, that it's gonna hurt. The reason why there's mirrors in the gym is not to look at yourself to see that you look good. It's to look at yourself while you're going through the pain, so you can push through the pain. And sometimes you have to have a mirror in your mind to remind you who God is. So as you're going through the pain, you can push through that pain. And I have some things that we can all talk, we can chime off of, and we can talk about this, because we all have to go through the process in our life. So you have to look at it, the P stands for pain, the R stands for realign, the O stands for overcome, the C stands for criticism, the E stands for elevate, the S stands for success, and the other S stands for sustain. And
can you say that one more again? That's so powerful.
So the P stands for pain. The R stands for realign. The O stands for overcome. The C stands for criticism. The E stands for elevate. The S stands for success. And the other S stands for sustain. And the crazy thing about the process is a 7-letter word. So that's the number of completion. You have to go through every step of the process so you can complete the process, so you can go ahead and carry out your purpose. And so I have a little something that you can take this note down, or you can keep it with you. It says, our pain is for a reason. It will realign us so we can overcome the situation. We will be criticized about the moves and the steps that we make. It will cause us to elevate, therefore bringing us success. After the success, we will have everything we need to sustain the promise that the process prepared us for. And so
that's good.
This thing right here, and I'll say it again if y'all want to get the note. Our pain is for a reason. It will realign us so we can overcome the situation. We will be criticized about the moves and the steps that we make. It will cause us to elevate, therefore bringing us success. After the success, we will have everything we need to sustain the promise that the process prepared us for.
Oh my God. Wow.
The pain, it's crazy. That's the first thing that comes in. Now, why does pain come into our life, everybody? Pain comes into our life because it's going to either have a shift, it's going to have us move, or we're going to get knocked out of that spot.
Wow.
And so when God brings the pain, because number one, God wants to be in your life and he wants to show you who he is. He allows that pain to come into your life so it can knock you out of that spot.
That's right.
Once it knocks you out of that spot, the first thing you have to do, the first thing, and we are going to chime on this. The first thing you have to do when you experience pain, mental pain, anything, is you have to realign your way of thinking. That's why realign is the first thing that comes up after pain. The pain comes, you experience the pain. It hurts, you're knocked down, you're shift, you're not in that spot. Then you realign yourself with your way of thinking. So, Tracy, let me ask you, how did you realign yourself when you went through the pain you went through in your life?
Well, first of all, we're going to talk about being honest and transparent.
Oh wow!
I went through. I don't drink, But when I went through the pain and the depression, I was drinking a bottle of wine every night.
Come on with it.
And then I went from a bottle of wine to doing shots. And you know, I've been in church all my life. Let me say that. I'm a church girl. I grew up and church girl to minister.
Wow.
And I was a minister while I was in this process.
Come on here.
Wow.
So let's be real.
Keep it
Pain
100.
takes you to a place that you don't think that you can go to.
Wow.
Because I never understood how people became an alcoholic until
on
I
here.
got depressed and
Come
I
on here.
turned to the bottle to stop the pain.
Come on here.
So I could go to sleep because I didn't want to deal with it while I was awake.
Wow.
I mean, and when I went through that, and my family, they knew something was wrong because like I said, I wasn't a drinker.
Mm-hmm.
So when I started drinking, I was able to hold my liquor. They was like, "Hey, wait a minute, come over here. You going through something? What you going through? Talk to us." So once I had to pray and I had to say, "Okay, God, this is not what you have for my life. This is not who I am." So once he brought me up out of that, I had to come back and say, I had to think about, realign my thoughts to who I am, who God called me to be. Yes, I went through that, but that's not who I was. And see, what we want to do is people go through stuff.
Come
And
on,
then
little sis.
whether it's being an alcoholic or trying drugs or using drugs, they want to keep you there.
Wow.
But when you come out, that's not who you are.
Come on
That's
here.
the process that you went through
Wow.
because of your pain.
My
So we gonna have
God.
to learn how to, just because people go through, that's not who they are. Pick yourself up because people are gonna constantly
Come on
go
here.
back to what you did.
Come on.
Amen.
So just know
Jesus.
who you are, because I went through that and it wasn't an easy process. Let me say
on
that.
here.
It wasn't easy, but it was worth it. Because I'm standing here today with the awesome Dr. Yo and these two co-hosts right here. And then
We family. We
Right,
just,
right,
we
right.
just keep it 100.
Right, and then I want to go to the fitness aspect of it.
Go ahead.
Because a lot of my clients, they come, as soon as they start feeling pain, they always say, "Oh, that's too heavy." No, it's not too heavy. What they don't realize is, people don't realize you have to stretch the muscle and tear the muscle down. In the natural and in the spirit. You got to tear something down in order for it to build up.
You gotta be teared down.
Let's get it
So
hot
when
in
you
here.
go through that spiritual, just know you being torn down
Come
so
on
you
here.
can build up. Just like in that. So it is in the natural, it is in the spirit. So when I tear my muscle down, when you see me again, it didn't grew, right?
Come on.
So we have to realize you have to go through pain in order to see results.
Man, look, we about to get on this thing.
It's about to
I
get
got
hot
it
up
on
in here.
sheet.
Turn it on
We about to
up.
look. We about to tell y'all how the muscle grows, right? But we're gonna. Okay, Chico, how did you realign yourself?
Come on here.
Oh man, just diving in, making a conscious decision,
Yeah.
and just going head first. You know, it's 3 years later, so I have had some pain, especially from a physical. The body that I have now was not done on purpose. It happened by default.
I know that.
Come on here.
Yes.
I wasn't really working
Right.
to have what I have right now from that aspect, but doing the things that I did especially from an eating standpoint, and then adding the fitness to it, this is what you have. So it's just a thing, man, of making a conscious decision.
Yeah.
To realign yourself with God, to
Come on,
know
yeah.
that if you've been living a certain way for a certain amount of time and you know it's really not the right way, realign yourself.
Yeah.
You have to, ladies and gentlemen, man, this is simple. You just gotta think. Y'all need to open your mind, man.
Yes.
Seriously, if you think about your day-to-day interactions, being in the moment, you'll know that you're doing some dumb stuff. You're just not thinking more than anything. So, just get in the moment, get in your mind, and control your thoughts. That will allow you to realign, man.
Wow.
Wow.
Slide over here.
So, now
Oh my God.
we're talking about. We just got done talking about the realign, right? I'm telling you, it's a process. We're gonna go down this whole thing. We got enough time. So now, after you go through the realignment, you have to overcome your situation.
Ooh.
Now, overcoming the situation, that's how you get stronger. If you look at the definition of overcome, that means, whatever afflicted you the last time, you'll be stronger to go through it this time.
Yes.
So if you just look at your life, there's things that you go through, and if it comes back, the reason why you don't notice it is because you got stronger. Now, you're not getting strong for you, because if you look at the definition of overcome, if you scroll down a little bit, it's going to tell you overcoming numbers. That means you're going to be overcoming for somebody else. That means people are going to follow you when you overcome your situation.
Yes.
Now, when you apply overcoming to overcoming in fitness, like she was saying, when you go into the gym and you tear your muscle, you don't grow in the pain. You don't grow in the pain. It's when you go home and how you recover, that's how you grow.
Yeah.
So how are you recovering from your pain? What are you listening to? What's getting into your body? What's getting into your mind so you can overcome the situation? You know if you overcome the situation because you're stronger. You do not overcome the situation if you keep thinking about it. It's going to stress you out. You didn't overcome the situation if you keep running and you keep doing the things that you used to do, or you doing the things that you didn't do. And so I'm going to go back through the panel, and I'm going to ask these phenomenal trainers, how did they overcome? Because when you overcome your situation, that's a process in its own self, because you have to overcome it, because once you overcome it, we're going to get into the criticism. That's crazy. How can you overcome something then get criticized about it? But how did you overcome your situation?
Hold on. Let me dive in here on something. Let me deal with something.
Cut in.
Bishop talked about going through the pain and process of losing his mother, father, and biological father, and I think a family member. Okay, let me chime into what y'all were talking about, but let me chime into overcoming. Let me tell you something. When it deals with overcoming, they're dealing with both sides, from spiritual and fitness. I'm just gonna deal with stuff from a spiritual aspect. When you're going through something and to be an overcomer, you have to accomplish something. You have to, it's obstacles that may be in your way to try to keep you from pressing past or basically going through that thing and nailing it and accomplishing it. And we're talking about pain. How can you be an overcomer of pain or tragedy or a situation or something like that in your life? From a spiritual aspect, God has to be first in your life. You cannot process the pain and reality of losing a loved one, job loss, whatever it is, your mental stability, all of that, those things that happen in your process of your pain, because some people lose their mind. Just be real about it. Some people have mental breakdowns, which can lead to depression, I remember I've never been no 300 some odd pounds in my life until I hit depression and pain and all of that. You understand what I'm saying?
Wow.
And this stuff is real, and people don't want to deal with it. We want to tiptoe around it. But let me tell you something. Tell your real truth. Tell your real truth of your process, even as a minister.
Wow.
You know, I was challenged about being a minister and how you grieve and how you're supposed to do this. Let me tell you something. Everybody grieves differently. Everybody goes through their process of pain differently.
Right.
But if the common factor, if you have God in your life, God is your strength. God is your refuge in your time of need.
Wow.
And I'll tell anybody to hold on to the horns of the altar, because if you do not have God in your life, you will not, I don't care what nobody say, whether you believe or don't believe, you will not be able to overcome any opposition in your life if God is not first. Even to the person that don't believe and they're going through, God is still carrying them as well as he is carrying the person that is a believer. You understand what I'm saying? And it's a process, but you got to acknowledge the fact that you are going through something.
That's right.
It comes with some acceptance.
Cannot be in denial.
Yeah.
You know, you can't deny that. You can't deny. You have to accept the fact that you are going through something.
That's right.
And that you need help.
And that you need help.
That's right.
You know, and there are people out there, and when he said, when Tracy was talking about, I think that was Chico or Tracy, one of them was talking about having people around you. Let me tell you something. Mm-hmm. You better have some people in your life when you're going through your process that can hold you up and be strength to you. Yes. You understand what I'm saying? Because let me tell you something. Sometimes even the strongest person in their faith, when the stuff hits your house, you become weak, torn down, worn down, and you have to be built back up. And so you have to have people in your life who's not going to criticize the fact of your process through the pain that you're going through. And they will be somebody that can be strength to you to be able to push you through your painful process without judging the fact. You understand me at that critical moment. Because you got some people, and I'm going to get off my soapbox, but I'm a reality person. You got some people, you understand what I'm saying, that they can go through something, but if you go through something, you are whining, you are crying, and oh my, you know God, and why you, I know God. Do y'all know God? Okay, He in our heart. But the human side, hello somebody, there's a spiritual side, and there's a human side, and the human side say right now, I'm in pain, I'm hurting, I lost somebody, hello somebody, like Chico going through with his mother, hello somebody, Tracy was transparent enough to say, hey, I was a minister of the gospel, and I hit rock bottom and started drinking. Hello. So we going to be real about this thing. I don't know no other way. Thank you, Jesus. I'm going to tell the truth. And I start eating. Go ahead.
A lot of people. And a lot of people do just that.
Yeah,
they just don't want to. They don't want to talk about it. I know some people going through the process now. I'm not snitching.
We gonna hide something for.
Hey, you going through. But as a spiritual brother, I'm gonna get behind you. I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna pass this. I'm gonna say this. The process is for a reason. You go through pain for a reason. You cannot minister to nobody if you don't go through the pain. If you want to know how good your trainer is, ask them about their process. If they don't have a process, that means they must have surgery. That means they try to speed up, and now they're trying to tell you how to get through something they never went through. Now, when you go through the process in your life and you go through this pain, God made it to where you will be broke down. God allowed you to go out there and try to find your way because everybody else that's going through what you're going through is dying out here. They are quitting. They're walking away from the church. But God has said, I need a believer to go through the same thing you went through and for them to come out to say, I am able. I am the truth. I am the light. And I am God. I need somebody that's in the church that's believer to say, I am God. I don't need nobody to be faking and saying that I'm God. I need to show you that this believer that started in church, that was in church, that went through the process, that went back to drinking, that went back to sleeping, that went back to doing something, that when he realigned himself, now he came back with a new ministry. Now he can pull people out the street and say, I feel what you're going through. And that is real ministry. Real ministry is going through something and recovering from it and telling somebody, I went through this, you can get through it. And God made, and we're giving God glory because God gets the glory out of what we've been through.
Let me get this. Go ahead.
Go in there. You could have stayed right there. And then let's talk about we were talking about overcoming, being an overcomer. Now you and facing that you're going through a problem. Now I'm gonna talk about it in the fitness aspect because we started off doing 10 pounds, right? And then when I take my clients up to 20 pounds, they like but guess what? We've already stretched that muscle. So now you can't stay there. You gotta push past that to go to the next level. So that's just how you do in the natural. You have to tackle it because you never tackle it, then you don't know that you can handle things. Or that you can be that person that somebody else can lean on. So and then that's another reason why I post I post on my page my clients doing their workout and me doing my workout, because I'm not going to tell you. You have to know that I'm going through the same thing
Come on
that
here.
you're going through. Because here's the thing. If I don't go through what I tell you to go through, guess what? You saying, well, you're not going through it. How can you
Come
tell
on
me?
here.
That's just like it is in the natural, being alcoholic, drugs, sex, whatever it is. If nobody goes through it, guess what? I can't tell you how to come out of it.
Wow.
Come on here.
So that's what people do.
I'll tell your real story.
Absolutely.
Tell your real story.
I tell you how to come out of it, and people are not going to listen to you if you haven't been there, because you don't know the struggle, and they'll tell you that you don't know how it feels to be on drugs. You can't tell me how to get out because you've never been there.
Exactly.
So it's necessary for us to go through so we can help somebody else.
Wow.
So it's not for us; it's for someone else.
Go ahead on, Chico. Tell your real story. Tell it.
Just to piggyback on where they're going right now.
Oh, this is good. It's
Can y'all come back next week so I have to be by myself?
Man.
So many years ago, I was in the streets.
Come on, talk about it.
Tell
Wow.
the truth,
I was
Chico.
a dope dealer.
Wow.
Talk about it.
I was a whoremonger.
Talk about it. Your real story.
I was a luster. I was all those things that we're not supposed to be. Didn't know that God had something for me.
Come on here.
He used one of my family members to draw me out. Okay? So one day I just ended up in this non-denominational church. Not going for myself, but I ended up there. I went from the back to the front. To the front to the pulpit. For 2.5 hours, literally, God cleansed me.
Jesus.
I have literally been touched. I have felt him. A lot of people won't believe that and can't fathom that. But this is the stone truth.
Come on here.
So no one can tell me that there is not a higher power.
Come on
that
here,
there is
sir.
not some source to make you and break you.
Amen.
Come on
That's
here.
Okay? So I was broke down. I'm talking about all the way. To be built up. So the person that you see before you or here, this ain't always been this way.
Come on here.
You know, I had to go through the process.
Woo! Come on here.
So this 44-year-old gentleman that you have before you now has endured the process of some pain, physically, mentally, emotionally. It is what it is. You know, but that's the truth, y'all. Hey, God is real,
Come on here.
and you just have to be receptive
Come on
to
here.
what He has for you.
That's right.
Okay?
Come on here.
Look at this.
This good right here. Look, this good right here. This get, babe. This get
Let's
up
go.
in here.
Let's go.
You talking about fitness squad, fitness, baby.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So the process, everybody's being transparent. Now, I went through my process for 6 years.
My God.
For 6 years, it was the worst thing that I've ever. It was bad. It went to worse. For 6 years.
My
And the
God.
crazy thing is God allowed me to make my own decisions. He allowed me to go through the things I went through, and I did not understand why. I did not understand why for those 6 years doors were closed. Anything I did was just it was I would make a mess out of a mess out of a mess. And so the thing about it is God had to break me. Now this is the thing. It's crazy when you ask God for a double blessing of your bishop.
Oh,
It's
my
crazy thing
God.
when you ask God for a double blessing from a minister that came and preached the house down, and you like, I want that type of blessing.
Don't know
For
what you
6
asking
years,
for.
I went through some pain, especially talking about my bishop's blessing.
Come
I'm
on
like,
here.
man, I want to be anointed like that, man. You gotta be careful when you ask for
That's
the
right.
anointing.
That's right.
Because
It
God
costs
said,
you
you want the
something. It costs
anointing,
you
I'm
something.
gonna give you the pain.
It
So
costs.
within them 6 years, I lost a house. I lost everything. I lost my car. I lost everything.
Come on, talk about it.
Now, when God allowed me to get a car, a 2017, that was my house. And I was going to church, and I didn't have a place to stay.
Come on here.
I learned how to survive. It was sometimes people like, Stephanie, you really in shape. I was starving. I couldn't find nothing to eat.
Come on here.
And I'm going to tell y'all this. People would have been like, man, why you didn't go to your parents' house? God told me. He told me in my spirit, if I go in my parents' pockets going through this process, I would be the reason why they're broke.
Wow.
And so I had to sit back and I had to go through this thing because
Wow.
God told me, I'm going to show you who I am.
Come on
I'm going
here.
to show you that I'm a provider.
Yeah.
I'm going to show you that I'm a way maker. I'm going to make something out of you
My
because
God.
there are so many people
Jesus.
going through what you're going through. And even through that process, I was able to be in certain places where I was helping people out of their cave,
Come
but I
on
was
here.
still stuck in mine.
Yes.
Come
and
on
so,
here.
not only that, I went to drinking.
Come
I went
on
to
here. Tell
eating.
your real story.
I went to going back to try to sleep with every girl that I can sleep with.
Come tell
Because
your
I went
real
through
story.
something
Hello.
so bad
Yes.
that it broke me.
Yes,
I went
yes.
through. I had suicidal thoughts.
Come on here.
It broke me down so far to
Come
where
on
I
here.
was like, God, you don't love me. You don't. God's not real. It got to the point where I was like, God's not real. But through the process, God showed me his mercy and his
Come on
grace.
here.
Through the process, God showed me who he is.
on
And
here.
now I'm able to not only help somebody, but I'm the answer to somebody's problem.
Come
That's
on
right.
here.
That's
I
wow.
found out
Wow.
who I am and what I'm meant to
Jesus.
do. And so I go looking for problems because I'm a problem solver.
Come on
And
here.
I
Yeah.
went through what you went through. Oh, if you're addicted to sex, I went through that. If you,
Come on
if
here,
you can
tell your
eat
real
and
story.
and you can't stop eating, I went through that.
Yes, yes,
if you
yes,
have an
yes,
attitude,
yes, yes.
I went through that. If you
Yes.
have a temper, I went through that. If you have a bad relationship, I went through that.
Come
Yeah,
on
yeah,
here.
yeah.
I went through these things so I can tell you my mistakes. It's not because I'm so smart. It's because my mistakes.
That's right.
And because I made so many mistakes
The
and I learned from them.
process.
Now check this out. How can the devil learn from our mistakes and we don't?
Whoa.
That's the craziest thing. The devil watches the mistakes that we make and he learns from
Yes.
it. That's why
I've been
he
in the
keeps
moment.
sending stuff at us.
You better
Say
talk,
that.
God allows
sir.
him to send stuff at us because God said, I made him to get through it. I
Yeah,
made him
yeah,
to get
yeah.
through
You
this
better
trial.
talk,
I made
sir.
him for this. He's going to bring me glory. And so
Yes,
the
yes,
thing about
yes,
this
yes.
process and the reason why we're talking about pain, because anytime you go through pain,
Come on
I don't
here.
care what kind of pain you're going through. Remember this. My life is ministry.
Come
and
on
because my
here.
life is ministry, whatever pain that I'm going through, count it all joy.
It's for a
Oh
reason.
my God.
You're gonna cry. You're gonna have a
Yeah.
moment
That's an emotion.
that you're gonna have to
Okay.
sit to a side.
All right.
But you have
Hello?
to count it all joy because you're like, okay, I'm about to be the answer to somebody's
Somebody's-
Come
problem.
on here.
That's right.
And
Yes,
because you're the
sir.
answer to somebody's problem, we call those doorkeepers. Where you need to go is they're standing at a door that you have to get in, and the only key to get through that door is the problem that you went through. And once you solve their problem, they're going to open that door for
Come
you.
on
and
here.
you're going to be able to walk through that door. And you're going to be able to walk up and
Come
you're going
on
to be able to
here.
start elevating because you're the answer
Come
to
on.
somebody else's problem. And then you're going to not only solve problems on a lower level, you're going to start solving problems on a higher level. There are problems that I've solved that these people are doctors. These people
Come
are
on
on
here.
a professional level. You'll think that they'll look down on me. Look, I don't have the education and stuff to be solving these people's problems, but God said it's through your experience and
Come
through
on
me
here. Come
that I
on
have
here,
to solve
sir.
their problems. It's a light in you that they look
Come
at
on
to be
here,
like, you
sir.
know what, sir? You can solve my problem. And once I solve the problem, they open another door for me.
Come
I've
on
been
here.
walking through
Yes,
doors
yes,
in this
yes.
season, and the 7th year of my life, I've been walking through doors. I've been living life with no boundaries, with no
Come on here,
nothing
sir.
that's holding me back. I'm sorry. And one thing, I'm not in religion tradition. Religion tradition will kill you. And they're
Jesus.
killing people out there. And people don't want to go to church because they don't understand the tradition. I'm not fear motivated. We motivate people with fear in the church. If you don't do this, you're going to hell. If you don't do this,
Talk,
what is
sir.
your purpose?
Yes.
Talk,
What is
sir.
if I can bring your purpose out of you,
Come on
then
here.
you will be able to help me build God's ministry. You will be able to help me
Well,
minister.
talk, sir.
And so these people that I'm around these people are imperfect people that went through things. They're perfect now. They're perfect in God's eyes. No, they're not perfect in your eyes, but in God's eyes, they're like,
Talk,
hey, they will
sir.
be transparent. They will be able to tell people what they've been through. And even in fitness, you got to go through this pain.
Got to.
I'm telling you,
Can't give
it was
up.
one time I did 1,000 push-ups. I got sick. I got sick because I pushed my body beyond its
That's
limits.
right.
But if I didn't push it beyond its limit, I would never knew that I can do 1,000 push-ups.
Right.
And it made me
God.
stronger because when I did it again, I didn't get sick.
That's right.
And so when you go through things, and I'm going to
Yes.
pass it,
Strengthen
the
you.
pain in your
Yes.
life is for a reason. Remember, I don't care if you're a
My
preacher.
God.
I
Come
don't,
on,
I don't
talk,
care if you
sir.
sing in the choir.
Come
But
on,
if you sing in the
talk.
choir, you have a unique weapon. When you're going through your pain,
Come on,
that's when you
Levi.
want to sing. That's when you want to go ahead and
That's
open
right,
your mouth.
that's
I
right,
found
that's
out
right.
what praise mean, right? This is the reason why I love worship now.
Yeah.
I didn't understand worship,
Come
but I
on
love
here.
it now. Worship to me, when you're praising God, not only when you're blessing God, now you're blessing him with your voice, you're blessing him, and he's blessing you right there. When you bless him, you're telling him, Lord, I thank you. I appreciate you.
Come
So
on
you're
here.
releasing something
Come
to
on,
him.
Daddy.
Then when he blesses you, he's releasing something. He's saying, go ahead and do what I have put
Yes.
inside of you. So
Yes.
as you're blessing him in worship, he's blessing you right there to say, I release you. I release to do what's inside
Come
of
on
you.
here.
Stephen, how do you know that he's releasing?
Come
Because
on
if
here.
you look it up in the Hebrew, the word bless means to release.
Come on
Now,
here.
the crazy
Preach.
thing about it is,
Yeah.
if you go back to the beginning with Adam and Eve, it is crazy. God made men, right? Now, this is the thing that we got mixed up. We talking about men. We thinking gender. God made men. Men is species. He made a female model and a male model.
Come on
He
now.
made one model, a man. He put everything inside that
Come
man.
on, talk,
he took
sir.
a rib and he made a
You're
woman,
right,
a
right,
female
right.
model. Now, the man had everything in him, but he needed to bring it out. So when God said, be fruitful and multiply, he said, go ahead and be productive.
Talk,
And he blessed
sir.
them. He blessed them. He went ahead and blessed them to do what was inside of them.
Ooh,
So
talk,
God
sir.
will bless you so you can do whatever you need to do inside of you.
Yeah.
My
So as you
God.
are blessing him, and as he's the good God as he is, he's releasing what's inside. Because he put everything inside of you. I would do exceedingly and abundantly above all that you can ask or think according to the power that worketh inside of you.
Yeah.
I
That's
put
right.
everything inside of
Yeah.
you. I put
Bam.
ministry inside of you. And
Bam.
because I put all this stuff
Yeah,
inside
yeah,
of you,
yes,
you
yes,
can
yes.
go out to the world and be valuable. You can go out and break
See,
barriers.
you
can
preaching,
go out and you
sir.
can walk through walls. You can walk through
You
doors.
better go
There's
ahead, little
nothing-
brother.
Hey, I look, you are unstoppable.
Woo,
You are
God,
unstoppable
come on
because you are
here.
the answer to
Come on
somebody's
here.
problem. So if you're sitting there and you're going through your pain, go through your pain.
Come on
Realign
here.
your way of thinking. Overcome your situation.
Jesus.
Now you will be criticized about the moves that you make because
Come
people are
on
not
here.
going to agree
Come
with you.
on
People
here.
are not going to agree that you had to step away from church for a little bit to realign your way of thinking. People are not going to agree with you.
Come
They're going
on
to look
here.
at you and be like, "Why are you not in place? Why are you not doing
Come
this?"
on here.
It's because you have to go ahead and separate yourself because God is doing a work in you. So when you come back, you can
Oh
be
my
valuable
God.
to the body
yes,
of Christ.
Yes. That's it.
Boy,
that's it.
that's deep right
Yeah,
there.
yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
that's deep.
Right.
That's deep.
Right,
That's
and
deep.
let me tell you how deep it is. He's so right because when I was going through all of this, I've always been in ministry and leadership. I stepped down.
Come on
and
here.
nobody understood why I stepped down, but I stepped down and I was out for about 5-6 years.
Come
But I
on
stepped
here, I
down, but they
understand
didn't, and
ya.
everybody didn't understand. Why you not ministering through dance? Why you not doing this? You need to get back in place. No, I sat down so I can be fed.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes we got to sit
Come
down
on here.
and
Come
be
on
still
here.
and allow God to talk to you. Because you're no good in leadership if you going through.
Wow.
I couldn't lead nobody drinking till 11 o'clock at night and then come and try to
What-
tell
what
people
you
what
say,
said
little
the-
sis?
thus
You
said
couldn't
the
do
Lord.
what?
I couldn't do that.
Come
Then
on here.
I'm lying.
Tell your
And I'm
real
not
story.
being. No, I had to sit back and say, okay, God, I need you to fix me. I need you to realign my mind so because I can't be over your people like that.
Come on here.
I was not going to contaminate the people of God while I was going through my
Girl,
process.
you going to make me preach this
I
morning.
was not going to do it. So, and then here's the thing about the process too. Do you not realize that if you don't go through somebody is waiting for you to finish your
Come on,
process,
girl.
Answer to somebody's
so you
problem.
can help them?
Come on
Because
here.
if you're not lined up, it's so many people are not going to get blessed and are not going to reach their potential
Come on
because
here.
you are out of alignment.
Set it down.
So you have to sit down to realign with God and allow God to be that present help and strengthen you. Just like in fitness, when you get through lifting those weights, you have to sit down. You have to have a rest time. You have to have a rest time in order for those muscles to grow.
Yeah.
You have to sit down in order for them to grow. So that's all I got
I mean,
to
that's
say.
rich right there. Let me
Yes,
get 1
yes,
minute
yes,
in
yes,
as I
yes,
turn
yes.
it over here to Chico. I like what my sis was talking about. Set it down.
Shut it down.
The pastor don't have to sit you down. Good morning. Let me help all the pastors.
Right.
Thank the Lord for all the good pastors. I love mine. Ooh, Thank you, Lord, for my bishop. Lord, have mercy, Dr. Titus Stewart. Let me tell you, some pastors don't have to sit you down. Sometimes you need to have a self-examination check.
Right.
If you know your spirit ain't where it need to be, go sit down. Because I know for me, I sat down for some years before I got back up to minister because of the process that I was going through. And you, like when you going through your pain, you don't want to put your pain to that, in ministry on somebody else. Now, when it comes to the process of getting through it, yes, you need to surround yourself around people to hold you accountable. I agree with that. But you need to sit down, regroup, listen, allow the word of God to be poured back into your life. Because when you get restored back, and you start walking into your God-given purpose, baby, you going to walk with authority. You going to walk in power. And not only that, let me tell you something. You going to learn how to love unconditional. Right. Because first, God is going to teach you in your process how to love yourself. And when he teaches you how to love yourself, when you walk back in the call that God has on your life, you're going to be able to love another unconditionally because of the pain that you went through and the process that God took you through. Hello, there's no process from your pain without God. Go ahead, Chico. Woo, it's getting hot in here.
For the last 2 years, I've been sat down.
Come on here.
And just come to me right now. He's been sitting me down for the last 2 years to deal with my mom, to teach me.
Come on here.
To allow me to be used.
Come on here.
To share life to others.
Come on.
Because I definitely get used as a vessel. I've been solving numerous of problems for people that I don't even know. I mentor guys that I've never met before, just by way of social media. So I know that God is really and truly using me because I see these guys flourishing. I see the things that these guys are doing just because they call and they get what he needs to give them through me.
Wow.
For real.
That's part of the process.
That's definitely a part of the process. But you have to sit down, you have to be still.
Ooh, and know that what he is going.
And have quiet time because he does talk to you directly a lot of times. It ain't always through somebody. So if you give yourself, like when you're driving, don't listen to the radio. Don't be jacking with your phone. Just be still and listen.
Amen.
And what you've been praying for, what you've been asking for, or something that you may be going through, he's going to give you what you need so you can get past it.
Oh my God. Look, this has been an amazing time on today with Fitness Squad Fitness, the crew, Dr. Yo, Stephen, Tracy, and Chico. And we just thank God, and we're going to be transparent. Keep tuning in. That's our time. But listen, family, let me tell you something. It's on and popping in Jesus' name.
Amen.
Woo!
Oh, wow.
Say hello to the
Tuning in to the
people.
Breaking the Chains radio broadcast with Dr. Yolanda Sherman. Dr. Sherman,
Hey,
the
fam,
number
I
one
see y'all. Pastor Carter, my apostle, Sadie. I see Lady Gail.
263-875.
All my
I
peeps.
hope you all enjoyed the show.
Lady Nicole. All our peeps. Thank y'all. Share. There is purpose in your pain. All right. Love y'all. There's purpose in your pain.
Y'all did that.
Fitness for fitness.
Yes. God did that. God
Love
did that.
y'all.
Didn't he?
Yes, sir.
God did that.
Yeah, he did,
He
man.
did that. Listen, I love you guys. Thank y'all for your prayers, women of valor. First of all, thank God, my church, my bishop, my spiritual father and mother. They have been awesome. Greater E. Awesome family. Oh my God. All my sisters and brothers. Suki, love you. Women of Valor, love you. Emmanuel Worship Center, love y'all. Soldiers for Christ, Pastor McBride, Lady McBride, I love all y'all. Woo! Shout out my apostle Sadie Willis. Woo! I love y'all. Peace out. All my family, I love y'all. Listen, keep praying. We still recovering. Keep praying. Woo!
Those prayers are definitely needed.
Love y'all.
Pray for strength. Pray for strength. Pray for strength.
Woo!
Play you give me a suit, man.
Woo! Shout out to Bernard Russet, my Rayma family. Shout out. Y'all don't know it feel good to be back on there after not being on there for several weeks. Jesus is Lord of my life. Woo! Thank God for my husband and my children and my family. Love y'all. We enduring the process. Woo! Love you, my mother, Juanita Houston Gray. I love you, my sister Nikki. I love you. Most of all, I love God.